All right, we're live. Good evening and welcome to this special edition of Showtime TV. I'm your host, Omar Rashada. Tonight's discussion is the three act play. This is part two. 3 men, 3 women, the stories of 6 strangers. And we're gonna have an awesome show tonight. You can get to meet some of the cast members. 2 of them are gonna be joining us momentarily. All right, so but right now we have they call him K Smooth,
Too smooth.
P Smooth. All right, okay, I can see he's a
Number two.
well-known actor in the city. He's playing an important role in the play. Joe Donaldson. All right, and then we also have playing the role of Chantel. We have Priscilla Williams.
Hello.
We playing the role of Miss Country. She got that accent. You can't stop that accent.
No, you can't stop this accent.
Stop that accent. And then we got one of the youngest, the second youngest cast member of the group, Lila Hollins. Everybody, good evening, and thank you for being a guest on tonight's show.
Good evening.
All right, what I want to do is have everybody let the audience know what role they're playing. Let's start off with Lila. Lila, you want to let the audience know what role you're playing for the play 3 Men, 3 Women, the stories of 6 strangers.
I'm playing younger Chantel.
Okay.
But should I say anything else?
Oh, that's good. That's good. Miss Country, talk about it, Miss Country. Who are you playing, Miss Country? Well, I guess I already let them know already.
Oh, Miss Country's playing Miss Country. But so is Deybra.
All right. Okay. Priscilla, what role are you playing?
Playing Chantel.
All right. And last but not least, who you got, man? Who you got? Joe
Well, how
Donaldson.
y'all doing? I'm Joe Donaldson. The first time this play was shot, I was playing Rob. Not sure if I'm gonna do Rob again this time, but I'm gonna be in the play, gonna make it do what it do. It's all up to my man, Mr. Omar, where he needs me at, and that's where I'm gonna be.
All right. So right now he's playing a male extra. All roles are significant roles, no matter how big or small they are. So let me ask you, I guess all of you have been in play productions before. So I want to start off with Joe. How do you prepare in playing for a role? You've been involved with several plays as well as the rest of the cast. How do you prepare for a role?
Well, for me, once I actually read the script, I get a general idea of that character, what they're dealing with. And if there's something within me and in my past, there's something I've dealt with, then I dive into that emotion, that arena, so to speak, to bring that character to life. And as long as the more I read the script, the more I come more of that character to make it more lifelike.
Mhm.
All right, Priscilla, same question.
For starters, I'll look to the director for some insight on how he wants that character to be portrayed. And then sort of like what Joe said as well, I'll look into myself and see if I've had any past experience with that particular, whatever that character is going through, and then kind of use that emotion. And if I haven't, I will, little person, I will then use, somebody wants to say hi.
Oh, okay, we got another little guest.
I will then use that level of experience or emotion as well to go ahead and bring that character to life.
Okay, awesome. All right, Miss Deybra.
Oh, now I'm Deybra.
Miss Country.
Miss Country.
You'll say Miss Country. We'll call you Miss Country for the rest of the show.
All right. Well, I like to read the script to see what she's talking about or whatever that character is talking about to give me some idea of what type of person they're supposed to be. I also ask, the director what he wants from that. Give me a age level and that sort of thing. So that gives me some idea of who that person is supposed to be. And I have learned the audience probably not gonna like this person.
Are you talking Miss Country? You don't think the audience gonna like Miss Country?
I don't think they're gonna like her. She's too bossy. Miss Know It All. Even though
No,
she's country.
she got that country background.
Yeah,
They know the country. All right,
I
all
ain't
right,
her.
all right. Okay, and Lila, when you're in a play or something like that, how do you prepare for your character, your role?
Um, well, for starters, to I like to work on my mindset
Mhm.
so that I can be mentally prepared for this role, as well as just trying to figure out how to do certain things. Yeah.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah.
Now, you have one of your younger brothers who's also in the play, Clave. He's going to be on the show next Tuesday. What is it like being in the same place as your brother? Have you and or any of your other brothers, have you all been in a play production before together?
No, not that I remember.
Okay, so what's it like this time being in the same play as your brother?
I think it's pretty cool. So we can help each other with our lines and stuff. To yeah.
Yeah, y'all help each other.
Yeah.
Y'all sit next to each other at every rehearsal, so y'all be helping each other out. So when y'all at home, do y'all practice together at home?
Well, we don't really always get the time,
Okay.
but on the first time the play happened, we did though.
Okay, that's great. That's great. So I want to ask the other three. Once again, we did a play, I believe it was August 27th at the Wilmington Drama League. So when we did the play the first time, and when you were cast, the character that you were cast, what was your immediate reaction when you were informed that you were going to be in a play? Because as a director, I like to get the emotions and to see how the actors and the actresses feel when they get casted in the play. So let's start off with Miss Country. How did you feel when you were cast Miss Country? Because because a couple of y'all auditioned for different roles. So I'm gonna start off with you and then Priscilla, then Joe.
I thought it was a pretty good casting. And once you decided who you wanted me to be, I said I can pull that off because that seems, even though I'm not her, I figured I could pull this one off. It seemed like it was easy enough. So I felt pretty good about it. It's for me, acting is fun. I don't like it to be a job or work. So as long as I like what I'm doing, I'm good.
Okay.
All right, Priscilla.
I'm up. So I was one of those that auditioned for multiple roles, and I was thoroughly surprised and excited that when I got casted as Chantel, there are a lot of similarities, some that I've disclosed, some that I have not disclosed, but it was an opportunity for me to dive deep in and allow some parts of me to come out that I have not allowed to come out in the past. So like touching on certain types of emotions, and it was definitely interesting. I feel like I felt like I could pull it off. I feel like I did pull it off the first time around. I just think the second time around is gonna be much better.
Okay. All right, Joe. Like I said, you were casted as a different character. You were involved with another play production as well. So your schedule was very busy, plus being a truck driver. But when you were cast as Robert Dawson, what was your immediate reaction to the character? And is he anything like you?
He is a businessman like myself, so that's one of the characteristics we got. But my initial reaction, I actually laughed, to be honest, because the other production that I was in, the character I played in that production, his name was Rob. So now I'm coming over to another production, and my name is still Rob. So I must be a Robert in another life. So I laughed about it, and then like I said, once I read the script, see what he was all about, I just got in tune, because the Rob in your production is different from the Rob in the other production I was in. So I literally had to separate the two. I'm like having a split personality almost.
Oh wow.
So, but the Rob Dawson, like I said, we do have some similarities. some of the things that he went through, I've experienced. Again, he's a businessman. I'm a businessman. So it was kind of easy just to fall right in line with him.
Right.
Mhm.
You know, when we performed the play on August 27th, there was a lot of crowd reaction. And that's what I love the most about plays as opposed to film and television, because you get to hear the audience right then and there. And the audience can build you up, they can build your confidence up. You know, if you're nervous before a play and when you go on stage and when they start cheering you on and start laughing some of the things you say, that builds your confidence. I would say so. So I want to ask you all, I want to start off with Lila. How do you feel performing in front of an audience? What's it like for you to perform in front of an audience? Let's start with Lila.
Well, how do I put this? Not well all the time.
Oh, wow, okay.
I'm a pretty shy person.
Right.
So like being in front of a lot of people, that's just kind of a lot for me. But last time it seemed to work pretty well. So
Right.
hoping I get the same reaction.
Okay, that's awesome. That's awesome. All right, Joe.
For me, especially with this production, like the first time we did it, when Rob's dilemma was actually revealed and to hear the crowd's reaction, it was more like somebody else has dealt with this too. Maybe not from the man's point of view, but definitely have dealt with it as well.
Mhm.
So it let me know, one, that they was really paying attention to what's being said and done on that stage.
Mhm.
So long as I know that, I have their attention, it's, it's all out now. Let's get it. You know what I mean? It just make me want to give them more.
Mhm.
Right. All right, Priscilla.
Yes.
Chantel, what is it like performing in front of a crowd?
Oh, it depends. It depends. But for the most part, you got the butterflies in the belly. It's a little nerve-wracking because you never really know how the audience is going to receive what you're trying to convey. So once you're up there, as long as you're doing your part, for me anyway, I just try to give it my best and deliver it the best. And as long as I touch one person in the audience with what I'm trying to convey, I feel accomplished in that role, in that way, because I only needed to reach out to one person. And there's a very powerful message in Chantel's role. And if it can change one person's life and one person's dynamic in their life, then I feel like I played that role the way you wanted me to play that role.
Right. Right. In this country. You got some reaction in the audience.
I try. I only get my butterflies on my way to the performance place. Once I'm
Oh,
on that
wow.
stage and I become somebody else, I'm not there. I'm gonna be whoever she is. So, and like you said, with the reaction helps. Being confident, knowing that I know my part helps. And I've always loved performing. I've been performing since fifth grade and elementary school. So then that's with singing and with acting. And so I'm pretty comfortable with it. But like I said, I get them butterflies before I get there and then they disappear.
Right.
Hoping I don't even forgotten anything.
Right. So let me stay with you for a moment. One of the things that I should have asked on top of the program is what got you all involved with being an actor or being in the entertainment field? Because some of you have multiple talents. Some of you are dancers. Some of you are actresses. Some of you are singers. And some of you play instruments. So what brought you into the arena of being an entertainer? So let's start off with Miss Country.
Because I like going to shows, and when I'd see people up on stage, I said, I wonder if I could do that. And I wanted to try it. And I always liked singing. I always liked acting. Once I got in, my first one was called HMS Pinafore. That was when I was in fifth grade.
Mhm.
I played some kind of princess. I could see the performers, but I don't know who I was then. But and then being in the choirs, and plus it's something my mother always wanted me to do. For so she thought I was going to be this big star. I decided to raise a family instead. But I still do it on the side just for fun. Uh, I like singing more than I did acting, but
Okay.
still acting was fun. And like I won my first talent show in high school, singing Minnie Riperton song.
Oh, okay.
And that gave me more confidence. And I also like doing this because I used to be so shy, and this got me out of it.
All right, well, that's awesome. That's
Mm.
awesome. All right, so Priscilla, what got you into wanting to be an actress?
Well, I started out with music first. I
Oh.
was into singing and playing piano as an instrument. I also played the viola as an instrument as well. So I went to middle school for performing arts as a musician, as a performer. And when I went to high school, I wanted to continue it in high school, but then I ended up moving back to New York from Florida. And I didn't go to the school that I wanted to go to. So I kind of just dabbled in like choir here and there. And I also did a lot of stuff in church. And I ended up putting on a talent show production at the church that I was, my grandmother's church. And in that talent show production, I actually put on my own little acting skit. And that was the first time I actually started acting. And I was like, oh, I can do this. Like I can actually be a whole different person on stage. And it was actually nice. So I played around with that a little bit, played around with music, played around with modeling, fashion shows. And then I had the opportunity when I was here in Delaware to be a part of another stage play, and I went with it, and I ended up getting one of the leading roles in that play. So, life took a turn after that point, kids and so forth, responsibilities, and several years passed, and I was like, you know what? I'm getting back into it. So as soon as I said I was getting back into it, Omar was like, I'm putting on a play. I was like, all righty then.
Oh, so it's right place, right time, right?
Perfect timing. So I was like,
Good
all righty
timing.
then. Auditioned and got the role that I got.
Right. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, Joe, how'd you get into the arena of acting?
Growing up in church predominantly all my life, I always did the Sunday school little skits for Easter, Christmas. Now that's gave me my first taste of acting.
Mhm.
But I didn't really get into acting / modeling until late 20s, early 30s.
Mhm.
I was seeing a lot of different actors, doing stuff. And I'm like, yo, I can do that. What I got to do, to get into that arena. So I actually went to school for it.
Hmm.
So I went to John Casablancas for modeling and acting. One of the first things I want to do was be a model, put on the different outfits, definitely suits, because I love putting on nice suits. But I was told I could never be on a runway because I wasn't tall enough and I wasn't skinny enough.
Oh, wow.
So I'm like, okay. So I did get a couple gigs. Like I did, like when Spider-Man first came out, I had a little contract to be Spider-Man in a Walmart.
Oh, okay.
So I had the size for that. So that kind of fit in kind of nice. But I was still curious about what else was out there. I want to say the right connection, but it ended up being a scam. But it worked out for me to be in an actual movie with Samuel L. Jackson as an extra.
Oh.
So that really gave me more insight about being an actor, because some of his co-stars were like really down to earth people, talking to him like, how to get into acting, what's involved. So I'm like, yo, I want to do that. Things didn't pan out the way I wanted to on that side of things. But now I'm at this place in my life where I'm at a crossroads. Like I've been trucking now for 12 years, but like I'm at the top of the food chain. I want something different. It's like I'm stagnant. So then the plays start coming up. So I start auditioning. And here you come, then Rob Moore coming, and whoever else is out there. I'm just trying to be noticed. Maybe I can be the next Denzel or Wesley Snipes back in his prime, whomever. And I just want to be out there and have some fun and make some money doing it.
Right. Absolutely. And that is great. Now, Lila, you have multiple talents. You're an actress, and what other things do you do?
I dance. As you can see back there, I have a bar thing.
Oh, okay, yeah, I see it. Okay.
I kind of do everything my brothers do.
Oh, okay.
I just don't do them as I just don't do them as much.
Right, right. Now, you come from a very talented family. You want to talk about your mommy and your daddy? What is it that they do?
Um, my mom and my dad, they do many things actually. My mom, she is a journalist, guitarist of her own band. She sings, she's a songwriter, lots of things. My dad does basically the same thing, except he's like in two different bands that I know of. He's in one called Jelly Roll. No, he's in one called Jelly Roll. Been in that before I was born, and my mom's band once again before I was born.
Oh, okay, that's awesome. Wow, like I say, you got talented family, and your mom also she has her own radio show, right? You
Oh,
guys were on there on Saturday, right? I listened to you guys on there.
oh, cool.
It was a good show. It was a good show. She's on 95.3 FM. She comes on every Saturday from 3 to 4 p.m. It's a very, very good show.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was very, very good. I was interviewed on there actually a couple Saturdays ago to promote the play. So yeah, just getting the word out. So I want to ask everybody, I want to start with Lila. Who are some of your favorite entertainers, whether they be actors, dancers, singers, musicians? Who are some of the people that come to admire?
Well, I got a lot, so I'm gonna just stick with the acting route.
Okay.
Can I say more than one? I only got
Yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. You say whatever you want.
so I have one favorite actor, Cree Summer.
Oh yeah, she's good.
She voice acted a lot of my favorite characters, and I didn't even know half of the time.
Mhm.
Like, so I used to watch this show called Stranger Things before it ended,
Oh,
and
okay.
like I have to say, almost every single person in that was in that show have to be some of my favorite because it just did amazing. It was so realistic, even though it wasn't like a real show, a real kind of thing. But
Right.
it was so realistic. I just have to say, half the bad guys in that show were CGI animated. So it's like, how do y'all get so much emotion from something that's not even real?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's real good. They got a lot of talent. Yeah, and for those that don't know, Cree Summer, she played in different worlds. As a matter of fact, the cast of different world, they were here in Wilmington, Delaware a couple months ago at the Wilmington library. Yeah, I mean they had a jam-packed audience there, and I think it was like the 30th anniversary or 35th anniversary. It was the anniversary of a different world. So yeah, I mean, I take my hat off to them. That was a good show watching growing up as a child, and they a tremendous cast, and it was good to see them all coming here. Wilmington, Delaware, Willie Gilbert, Dwayne Wayne, Dawn Lewis, Ron. I mean, it was exciting.
I
Um,
missed that one.
yeah, they was at the Wilmington Library. Um, Joe, who's some of the favorite entertainers, your actors or dancers or musicians, wherever you want to go?
It's actors. I have to say Denzel. Even though he's being blackballed right now, Will Smith, because of those two gentlemen definitely play some strong roles and they play them well. I forget his name. He played Kid on Biker Boys.
Okay.
I forget his real name in real life. Honestly, on the hip hop side, I guess we say LL because I like how he transitioned from hip hop into acting. I think he's on NCIS Los Angeles, and it's nice to see that have one like main talent and then transfer over to something else and still blow up. You know what I mean? Like he blew up on the hip hop side, now he's blowing up on the acting side.
Yeah.
My philosophy is if they can do it, I can too. I just need that one opportunity.
Absolutely, absolutely. Sometimes it's be at the right place, at the right time,
Yeah.
or somebody
Exactly.
coming to the play, and whew, man, that's all it takes. That, like you said, that opportunity. All right, Priscilla, who you got? Who you got? Who you admire?
Ooh, the lady that everybody says I look alike from Tyler Perry won.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I can see that definitely. I can see
Angela
that.
Bassett. I like her. Janet Jackson's always been my ride, my ride or die. Her music got me through a lot of hard points in life. Michael. What else? And then who else? Fantasia. I like a lot of music because obviously I'm a musician first. Fantasia, Jennifer Hudson, Mariah Carey in her good days, her old school days, Whitney, Deborah Cox, you name it.
Yeah, and those you mentioned, like Joe said, like many of those ladies, they also hit the big screen as well. They've been in stage plays and television and movie theaters. So, like I said, you get multiple talent. I mean, that's an awesome thing.
Yes,
All
it
right,
is.
Miss Country, who you got, Miss Country?
Well, I like Jamie Foxx, Tommy Davidson, Cicely Tyson, Regina King. There's so many that I do like, but they stick out. If I know something's coming on that they're in, I'll make sure I'm gonna watch it.
Right.
I used to like Pam Grier. There's so many. I'll be
Right.
naming for hours.
You know, speaking of Mr. Tommy Davidson, he happened to we were rehearsing at the Wilmington Library. That happened to be the day that he came and did his presentation. And he came, walked by our room, and he opened the door and said, "Are you guys those people?" Now, so somebody had opportunity to actually take a picture of Tommy Davidson and had a good conversation with him. Now, Miss Country, what was that like? I mean, man, well, talk about how you got that opportunity because it was funny how it all worked out.
Well, because I had bought the book, I bought the hard copy and I wanted to get it signed. So that's how I got the opportunity to talk to him. He was funny as I don't know what.
No, let's back it up. This is what happened. Carl Shaw, who was in the play, he asked for a couple of the cast members who wanted to be ushers, and it was you, KO,
Yep.
Latoya, right? So y'all all volunteered to be ushers,
Yep.
and then when his presentation was over, you happened to walk him out to the other side. got that cell phone. He was like this, taking with him. I said, "Oh man, look at Miss Country. She's a celebrity now. She was the big dogs." But yeah, but that was a great opportunity, for us. And he was real humble. He's a people person.
Very.
Yeah, he had an extraordinary story. I mean, it was very, very well. So I'm gonna throw this question in the air for anyone who wants to answer. When people watch this play, what kind of emotions are they going to get from watching this play? Whoever wants to go can go.
If
I'll
it's
take it
gonna bring
first.
back memories
I'm
for
sorry.
them, it could be upsetting for some, but then it's gonna let them see that they're not the only one, that there's actual reality of maybe many people who are going through the same situation. So I think it'll be an eye opener for them. And there might be some healing involved. So I think it's gonna be a good thing for anybody that's in the audience that's going through anything that we're presenting.
I agree with Miss Country. Like, it's going to be an emotional roller coaster. There's going to be points where you're laughing. There's going to be points where you want to cry. There's going to be silent moments. And it's just like it's going to go from one to the next, to the next, to the next. And you're just not going to know. But every person in there will probably have a relatable experience to one of those characters.
Yeah, or maybe more than one.
I can definitely piggyback on both of them. It is going to be a plethora of emotions. Like if you go through each character, like you can look at OG, you're gonna laugh your tail off. You're gonna look at Miss Country, you're gonna laugh at her accent, and you're gonna feel sad when you realize what she's been going through. Then you're gonna look at Chanel, and you're like, wow, because somebody, if they didn't go through it, they know somebody who did.
Right.
And they're gonna look at, well, okay, I can do this to get over it. You know what I mean? I can do this to deal with it. Because a lot of things you're not just gonna get over, you just gotta learn how to deal with it. So as Priscilla said, it's gonna be an emotional roller coaster. You're gonna go up and down and around.
And she's playing Chantel. Oh don't know. what
Chantel, I'm
to
sorry.
call her.
I was
said
gonna
your
let
name.
it slide.
bad.
I was gonna let it
My bad.
slide. You
My
had to
bad.
correct it.
That was
I
Miss
was gonna
Country
let her
talking.
right with that one.
My bad. Excuse
That was
me,
Miss Country talking.
Chantel.
At least he got my real name correct.
Yup.
That's what matters.
I got one
And
point,
Omar,
right?
you
I got
haven't
one.
told us who you playing.
Oh, I
True.
haven't, have I? Oh, man.
No,
you know,
you have not.
I am playing the bad boy. I'm playing a rough dude. Got a prison background. Got a violent background. I'm playing a total opposite of who I am, but but that's part of acting.
Mhm.
You know, to be an actor, sometimes you got to play a role that's opposite of you. Get you out your comfort zone. So yeah, but I'm playing Rashawn Jackson. What's up, everybody?
What's up, Rashawn?
But it's good. So let me ask you all. Is there a particular type of character who you may not want to play that you feel uncomfortable playing? Where wants to go to you?
I wouldn't want to be a killer. 'Cause I
Why
definitely.
not?
No. Well, you have to really piss me off, make me want to kill you, and it's gonna be so bad.
But that's part of acting. That's acting.
I
It
know, but
is.
I know me personally. I know if the script was in front of me and money was on the line, I may have to do it, but I would never want to play a gay role. Nothing against gays. I just can't play a gay role.
I get it.
For me, I don't think I have a problem adapting to any role. I would just have to do my research to bring that role out to life.
Lila, is there a particular type of character who you wouldn't want to play?
I don't really know.
Oh, okay. Well, you're still a baby, so you got
She got
Gotta
plenty of
get a little
time to
bit more
learn.
life experience.
Yep. Exactly.
She got to live a little bit.
Yep.
Definitely. You know, we're pretty much a large cast, and when you're dealing with a lot of people, you deal with different personalities. But one of the things that I see in the cast that we have a pretty good rapport. There's no conflict. There's no personality issues. There's no I don't like this person. Well, at least me looking from the outside, I don't see that. So I want to ask you all if you can talk about the importance of the cast coming together as one, coming together as unity, because when you have a play with this many characters, you deal with a lot of people, and sometimes when you have a lot of people with different personalities, different backgrounds, one thing can lead to another. It could be jealousy, it could be envy, it could be anything. So talk about the importance of when you have a play of multiple people that everyone pretty much, you don't have to necessarily like each other or love each other, but you respect one another and you're coming together to make this production come to life. Anybody want to speak on it, they can.
I ain't always gotta be first.
I'll take it then. I'll take it. It's always gonna be ladies first, but I'll take this one. When you do have that many characters, honestly, in my opinion, all ego and pride is checked at the door. We come through that door with one mission in mind. That's make this production the best we can make it. You know, we become our character. We see how our characters intertwine with one another, and we just become a family.
I agree. I haven't had like a negative experience like being part of a cast. So I honestly don't know what it's like to be on the flip side when, somebody doesn't get along with somebody else. Like Joe said, it's like I've always seen it as an extension of family. Like you come together, you're playing these roles, you're actually feeding off of each other when everybody's doing their lines. And it's like you expect this person to show up the way they normally show up. And then when they don't show up that way, like, what's going on? You know what I mean? So it's like you feed off of each other, your energy feeds off each other. So it becomes like, to me, it becomes like an extension of family. It's like you look forward to going, you look forward to part, and I don't ever see.
Your voice disappeared.
There it is.
Hold on.
Yeah, get a little love.
Oops, she disappeared.
Okay, there. Can you hear me?
Yes.
We got you now.
Okay. I don't know what happened to the video. Hold on. Come. There we go. Can you see me?
No.
Nope. See your name.
Hold on. I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened. I can see you guys. I don't know what happened to my
Alright.
video. Oh, there we go. I got it. All right. So it becomes an extension of family. And I personally haven't had a negative experience. So I can't really speak on that. But like Joe said, like you guys we come together just to really pull this play together. And it's like it takes all parties to make that happen. So yeah, egos definitely would have to get checked out the door. And if there's a problem, you just exit left. Keep it moving.
Yeah, I know that's right.
Ooh, ooh. To the left, to the left. Okay.
Exit left.
I have been
Everything
in
you own is in the
situations
box
where I've
to the
seen.
left.
I've been in situations where I've seen egos flare up, and what I don't do is feed into them because I'm not going to give them that.
Mhm.
You want to act that way? I'm going to pretend like I didn't even notice, because we are supposed to be a family, a group family when we're doing one production, and so, like you said, leave that ego at the door. But I'm not going to feed into it for you, so you can just build it up.
Like the 5
You don't do
heartbeats.
that.
Like the 5 heartbeats. You want my job, Flash? Well, you ain't getting it.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. All right, there you go. Now, Lila, you was in was you in a recent production? Did you have a program production last Thursday? You want to talk about how it went? Program you was in?
Yeah, I was so recently in October, I think. I joined this community center in like around my house.
Okay.
And there's a thing called the oh my gosh, I forgot what it's called.
Oh, okay. Well, did you have fun? Did you enjoy yourself?
Yeah, I worked on one of the cameras, so I recorded the whole show.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So is that something? Yeah, that's good.
Specifically camera 2.
Oh, okay.
So to move around, I feel like it's the most hardest to use.
Right. Okay, well, that's good. You got how many cats you got? 2? Oh, okay.
They busy.
Yeah, they're real busy. All right, so as we close for the program, like I said, we did a play last August. It's interesting to know. So for those who didn't watch it, and hopefully they'll be able to come on January 7th, 2023, 7 p.m. at the Women's and Music School, 4101 North Washington Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19802. Tickets are $30 general admission. What type of feedback did you receive from your family or your friends who came and saw the play? Let's start with Lila. Your mom was sitting right there up front. What type of feedback did you give you and your friends?
My mom was just so proud of me. Unfortunately, my dad wasn't there that time.
Yeah.
Hopefully, he comes to this next one.
Okay. All right, that's good. That's good. All right. Anybody else? Oh, you got more? Okay.
Huh?
You got any more else to say? So I don't want to cut you off.
Yeah. If you're watching, come see the show. We worked really hard.
All right, that's great. All right, who else? Who's next? What type of feedback did you get?
Go ahead.
My kids told me that I should have expressed a little bit of violence given my situation.
Oh man, they want to. Okay.
They was like, "Why you didn't do this?" Why? I was like, "Cause it's not in the script."
Oh, they want you to improv. Okay.
Yes.
I had my daughter and my sister and one of my brothers there, and my daughter gave me an Oscar. And my daughter wanted to know, how did you keep up that accent? I said, I don't know. It just came out because that's what I had to be.
That's good. That's good. All right, Joe, what you got, man?
I had my mom and a couple other friends show up when we did the play the first time. My mom was real pleased. You know, I get real excited when my mom's in the audience. You know, I put forth not just my best game, I put in my 8++ game because I got my biggest supporter in the audience. But it felt really good to have people I never knew prior to the show, you know, coming to me, yo, you did a great job. Yo, you're right. You know, people be mad at that situation and other people will cry, but yeah, you played that well. I appreciate it. So that, you know, that gives me that vote of confidence that I did it right. You know what I mean? they can really feel where I was coming from.
All right. Once again, the play is called Three Men, Three Women. The stories of six strangers going to be taking place at the Wilmington Music School, 4101 Washington Street, Wilmington, Delaware, 19802. Tickets are $30. If you want to reserve tickets, you can email me at omarrashada@yahoo.com. All right, anybody got any closing comments before we end? You want to give me any shout outs to those out there who may be watching? Are y'all good? What y'all want to do?
We good.
I want to give a
It's
shout.
pleasure.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, ladies first. Ladies first.
Oh, go ahead. I'm done.
I'm good. It's sorry. Go, Joe. Go. My bad.
I want to give a shout out to all my Facebook family and friends that's on Facebook. I definitely want to give a shout out to some of my biggest supporters at New Destiny Fellowship Church, where my pastor, Apostle Thomas Wesley Weeks Sr. Come on out, enjoy the show, support your boy. You know what I mean? You're gonna be blessed. You're gonna have fun.
Yep.
So come on out and enjoy yourself.
Exactly. What he said.
If you missed it the first time, you better be there the second time. Even if you came the first time, you better come again, because there's gonna be some differences.
All right.
Yep.
Lila, you want to say hi to anybody that's maybe watching? You got your family watching?
Yeah, I guess. Hey, Mom.
All right, there you go. Give mom a shout out to mom. All right, everybody. Thanks for being a guest on tonight's show. For those who are watching, please like, subscribe, and share. All right, I guess I see everybody on Thursday rehearsal.
Okay.
All right. See you Thursday.
See ya.
All right, take care. God bless.
Bye.